Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video, we're going to talk Conquest, the last argument of kings, and today we're going to talk the Dwegholm point and rule changes from December 2021. So we've had a little bit of time to mull over these, and we're going to talk about all the points changes, all the rules changes in the FAQs and erratas for these factions. And so let's get into this nice and quick. Let's break down everything that has changed for the Dwegholm, and we'll be going through all the factions that changed, as well as having a look over the core rule changes as well for the game. So without further ado, let's get cracking on and check out the points changes for the Dwegholm to begin with. Alright, and let's check the points out first. So these are the points changes. We'll go into unit changes after this, but to start with initially, so the Hold Warriors, while their points didn't change themselves, the Herald of Stone upgrade option did drop 20 points, dropping this down to 30 points for the unit, which is pretty nice. And then we also had a drop on other medium units such as the Initiates, dropping down to 135 with a 15 point drop. And then we also saw the Wardens as well drop down 10 points to 180, which is pretty nice. Now, we've also seen drops to both the Dragon Slayers and the Stone Forge, two of our heavy units for the Dwegholm as well, both dropping down 15 points each. And then we saw a Mastery drop the Arcane Lava Shot for the Tempered Sorcerer, dropping down 5 points. And that was all the points changes for the Dwegholm, so nice drops in the right sort of direction for things. Herald of Stone, I particularly like, bring this sort of closer in line with the rest of all the other optional upgrades you can take there on the Hold Warriors. I really like that change. It's probably one of my favorite ones out of all the points. With that, let's go look at unit changes and what exactly changed for all the units as well. And so let's have a look at the rules update. So first of all, we have the Inferno Automata, one of the light units available to the Dwegholm. Really cool unit, actually. One of my favorite models, I think, from the Dwegholm. So now we have Aura of Death 2. Previously, it was Aura of Death 1. So this allows us to, at the start of each Supremacy phase, each enemy unit in contact with models from this special rule suffers 1 hit for every 4 models of the enemy regiment in contact with the regiment that has this special rule. So obviously this is now going to sort of double up because we've got the Aura of Death 2 rule, which is pretty cool. We then also get Fluid Formation, where a regiment with all models having this special rule could ignore the broken ground, dangerous, and hindering terrain rules. However, we also gain Feral as well, which means this unit will no longer count for our reinforcement line. So while this unit can really smash on forwards with a good pace, it can no longer bring reinforcements up behind it as this sort of little feral machines running forward. The Fireforged and the Hellbringer Drank, two of our mediums, gained a brand new rule called Strong Arm. So Strong Arm counts as the regiment never counts the targets of their volley action as obscured due to long range. However, obscuration due to line of sight still applies as per normal. So this just gives a little bit better fire shooting damage output for the units, as we don't have to worry about obscuration when we're shooting at long range, which is nice. Hold Thanes, pretty simple on them. They've just changed from a heavy unit down to a medium. And then we've got the Dragon Slayers, who gained the Fiend Hunter rule, where models with a special rule can reroll failed hit rolls against monsters. So, you know, something you would think is on Dragon Slayers. Pretty solid changes all round there for them. Now we're going to go check out some of the rules and artifacts and all that sort of stuff that have all been changed around and given some new rulings. And so let's talk Relic Changes. First of all, we have the Talisman Gifted in Fire. The character stand now has the Aura of Death 1 special rule and +1 evasion. Furthermore, the regiment the character stand is currently attached to receive +1 to their Aura of Death special rules if they already had it, to a maximum of 2. So a cool little way to get some more little splash damage from your Aura of Death abilities around the army. You then got the Arcane ability, Invocation of the Shattering. So the character stand gains the following Supremacy ability in addition to any others they currently have. This one here has been mostly just reworded to make sure there's no sort of, I guess, misinterpretation of it, and it works as such. Until the end of this round, unmodified hit rolls of a 1 during a clash action made by either this character or any friendly regiments within 6 inch treat an enemy's defense characteristic as if it were 0. This is pretty much just to sort of get around the old wording, which confused some people to sort of make it though so they ignored evasion and all of that. We then got the Tempered Goad as well, where the character stand may spend an action to activate this item. If they do, a brute or monster regiment within 12 inch gain the Aura of Death 1 special rule. If the regiment already had it, they can add 1 to the value of their ability, which is pretty cool. So being added just to add more to your Aura of Death ability is nice. Some cool little relics there and some nice changes and cleanup of words. Let's go look at Supremacy abilities. And so we've got the Hold Rare. He's really just got an addition to his old rule, and he now gives Hold Thane's Hardened 1 when he uses his Supremacy ability. So Hardened is a rule where when a regiment with this special rule is the target of an action performed by an enemy, reduce any cleave, brutal impact, or armor piercing values that the enemy might have by X, in this case 1 because we have Hardened 1. For this action. So some cool defensive bonuses there, exactly what you want for your Dwegholm, just nice, good, tough dwarves that they are. And then we've got the Tempered Steel Shaper, who gets a change to his ability where now once per game during the Supremacy phase you declare to use this ability, immediately heal each of your regiments for 6 wounds. Once again, just some nice staying power abilities, really just trying to keep in theme with what we're trying to do with a Dwegholm force. And so, lastly, we've just got a few other little changes. First of all, we've got a faction-wide rule where we ignore enemies in regards to drawing reinforcement lines with the Dwegholm now. This is really cool. This means that our opponent can't sort of block our reinforcements coming in higher up the battle. When our opponents are pushing deep in their lines, they need to take into account that if they've left units up the top of the board, we can still bring units up and we can actually push into their own back lines. So it really does leave your opponent with some decisions to make in that regards. It's a cool little rule. And then the following changes were made to how you select and determine creeds for your warlord. Occur where I am probably butchering these names, I apologise. Must follow the Ardent Creed, where regiments in the army belonging to the warlord's warband increase their march characteristic by 1, and in addition, while the character stand is on the battlefield, and all friendly regiments and the character stand in the army gain Fury 1 draw event. A Steel Shaper or Sorcerer must follow the Tempered Creed, where each time this character stands successfully performs a spellcasting action, you get elemental power markers, and then you can spend these elemental power markers to resolve dice rolls in your favour for either defense, clash, or resolve dice. And you can choose to spend as many of these points as you want in any so, but you must choose to spend them before you make the roll. So you have to go, well, I want to pass 4, use 4 of your points. You can't roll and then go, well, I'm going to make 4 of them succeed. And then lastly, a Hold Rare may select the following Ardent Creed, Tempered Creed, or indeed devote himself to the pursuit of Agam. Once again, probably butchered all those names, but it is what it is with Conquest. I'll get these names down eventually. If I have butchered them, leave them in the comments below and let me know how to actually say them. This is pretty cool. Some really nice changes for the Dwegholm here. I'm looking forward to getting our own Dwegholm army for the channel. Keep an eye out on the channel. We will have Conquest battle reports coming to you in January sometime. I can't wait to show off this game more. It's really captured my imagination. The world, the lore, the models, the actual gameplay itself is fantastic. Can't wait to get these armies painted up and show them all off to you all on the battlefield. But what did you think of all the changes to Dwegholm as well? Let us know in the comments below how you felt all the changes affected your army. If you're a Dwegholm player, how do you feel about them all? What do you think some of the biggest and smallest changes are? And what do you think maybe changes need to be made in the future? Do you think there was anything that was missed in this update to the rule set? Love to hear from everyone down in the comments below. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you have not already. And also, why not drop us a comment below and let us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Sinful Gaming, you can do so by following the link in the video's description to our Discord server. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel more and in another way, you can do so either by supporting on Patreon or YouTube members. You can do either of these by following the links in the video's description, and as a special thing for everyone who does, would like to give a shout out first of all to our Patreons: Christian Weir, James, Soren, Greenskins Gaming, AJC, Kenny Lowell, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, Anton Nilsson, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domer, Mark Harvey, James Cater, and Samuel. And a special shout out as well to our YouTube members: Greenrich Gaming, Kenton Young, Chris Wallace, Ronya, Vinny, Lockloric, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Revenar, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, and Sean Scott. Lastly, a special thank you to, first of all, Lady Watchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel you can see here, and to Xmorphic, who does all the amazing background work for our Discord server, making sure it all works nice and properly over there. Thank you all for watching once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.